I purposely made the project so that my project partner could get a D in our final project. We had to do our final project in pairs. We could choose our own partner and I immediately decided to choose my best friend, as we always did these kinds of projects together. But, one of my other friend, not a friend anymore, asked to be my partner and advised my best friend to pair with this other girl who was pretty close with my best friend. I thought it would help out everyone so I went ahead with it. My best didn't like the plan and got upset with me. She didn't say anything at first but it eventually resulted in our fight and we stopped talking for a while. Now, back to the project. This girl said she doesn't have time to research and she isn't very good with it, so she asked me to do all of the research and that she will make the final project, which we will present together in class. I was stupid so I agreed without questioning. Then, I spent 2 weeks doing all the work and gave everything to her to just copy and finalize. She wrote 5 pages in 3 days and said that it is enough and we should ask the professor to prep our presentation because she have to go on a vacation with her boyfriend, and they have already booked the tickets for the next day. I got angry at her but tried to calmly convince her to write everything before the presentation and that we should do it when she come back. But she wanted to be done with the presentation before her vacation so she can enjoy herself. She went behind my back and asked the professor and then told me that we are presenting. I was beyond angry at that point. But, I didn't want to make the bad impression on the professor so I went ahead with it. Our presentation was horrible to say the least. I was one of the top students in class and was in the good books of the teachers, so my professor was really disappointed and asked me to do it again. My partner said she won't do it. I told that I'll do it and that she can go on her vacation. She got happy, thanked me, left the next day. I was already planning my revenge, just hoping it would work. I already researched everything, I just had to write everything. I put in my best efforts, made all the charts, diagrams, graphs and everything to make it better. And I brought my academic writing classes into use and wrote my name on the top right corner of every single of those 20 pages. I was really proud of that project. Just to go by the rules, I put the sheet she wrote at the end and wrote her name on it. Then, I presented it in class and got an A, and best part was that the professor graded it individually so she got a D. The look on her face was priceless when she came back and saw her score. She thought she could take advantage of me. When I got over the initial anger, I realized all of the time she talked to me was only when she needed help with our schoolwork. I am happy to be done with her. Now I don't think back and resent myself for being nice to her, because I got my revenge at the end. I talked it out with my best friend and we are going strong. Please, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to notifications for new incredible stories from Reddit. In high school, a guy manipulated a teacher into being my partner for a poetry presentation. I researched Emily Dickinson, wrote and gave the presentation on her work. His portion was to read 6 of her most difficult poems. Of course he didn't prepare and looked ridiculous stumbling through those simple words. I got an A. He got a lecture and a D. Ugh, I had a group project in graduate school and while splitting up tasks, this one person only agreed to email us the list of the tasks we agreed to. That was it. Basically she agreed to be a secretary for our first meeting and that was it. The rest of us were taking on research, writing, presenting, etc. She said she would get the list to us within 2 days. We gave her our names, the tasks we agreed to, and emails, etc. We told her she will need to do more to contribute, but she was ambivalent, so told her she could think about it. The class met once a week. We met the next week and she wasn't there. Okay. And no email like she promised. 2 weeks out she still hadn't sent the basic thing we needed. I CC'd everyone in the group and politely asked her to please send us the list ASAP. She got pissy and said she was busy, we are all effing busy, oh my god, and had a cold and whined about me asking. I replied, "You're in a PhD program, Susan." She sent a whiny response. She got dropped from the group and I ended up do the one thing she agreed to do. You bet I told the professor, ugh. It's supposed to help us learn teamwork for when we have to do it in the office, as an adult, but there's no one you can go to in order to hold them accountable if they're lazy. Because students are supposed to sort it out themselves. Whereas in the office, their boss can deal with them if they want to be lazy. I don't have to and I don't want to, have to manage lazy people at work, that is. Group projects were always a total nightmare. And what would you do if this happened? Feel free to write it below.